Welcome back to another Cavaliers game reaction. This one, game 35 for the Cavaliers after them and the Wizards played their second straight game. Pretty much another easy win for the Cavaliers. Wasn't a crazy 39-point blowout where Cleveland scores 140 points or anything, but a 114-90 victory on Friday night will suffice. This one didn't even come with that close of a first half, with the Cavs jumping out to an early lead. Got a little bit tight in the late stages of the first quarter, but Cleveland able to make it a 10-point lead by the end of that quarter, and the game was never really in question past that point. Score was pretty much, you could call it officially lopsided by the beginning of that fourth quarter. Usually I talk about, the numbers from the game, and I'll definitely get into that, but I think a huge salute to just the Cleveland defense in general is in order for this one. Limiting an opposition to 90 points is going to carry to a win in most NBA games against any opponent. Washington scored just 14 points in the second quarter and just 19 in the third quarter, and that's going to carry to a win pretty much 99 times out of 100. Just one of the lopsided contests today, as National Blowout Association was trending on social media this evening. So definitely good to see the Cavs on the good side of that. This was similar to the last game against the Wizards, where everyone who saw the floor for the Cavs also got some points, where once again, Damian Jones was the last one to put up some points with an alley-oop from Craig Porter Jr. This time he was the low point man, with those 2 points being his only in the 5 minutes he got on the floor. It was another day, another double-double for Jarrett Allen. Once again, even though he only saw 29 minutes of the court, 12 points and 12 rebounds, a pretty balanced stat line there. You add in 2 steals and 1 block, and those are defensive stats that show up on the box score. But again, the whole Cavaliers team in general, just a really good defensive effort. The high point man for the Cavs was Donovan Mitchell with 26, doing so in 26 minutes. He was also in a groove from beyond the arc, going 5 for 8 from 3-point range. Max Strus didn't have too dynamic of a game overall, but he did have a violent slam dunk in that second half that I thought was a pretty good highlight play, sprung up pretty much out of nowhere on that one. Max Strus also played the most minutes of any Cavalier in this game with 30. He had Karis LeVert with a double-double of his own off the bench, focusing a little bit more on distributing the ball for 11 assists to go along with his 11 points. And I thought the bench of the front court of Tristan Thompson and Niang was humming along pretty smoothly. With Tristan Thompson, yes, he did foul out, but it was a blowout game against the Wizards, and I thought Tristan Thompson did some pretty good things while he was on the court for Cleveland as well. Niang was the G-Wagon tonight for sure. 14 points off of the bench, 4 for 8 from beyond the arc, 9 rebounds, so just needed 1 more to record a double-double. Niang got 25 minutes, which was more for him than either Dean Wade or Isaac Okoro got, and both of those guys were fine in this one, obviously. I don't think they played bad, but weren't too dynamic in this one. But, it was a blowout game against the Wizards. I don't want to complain about Craig Porter Jr. minutes in a good win like this, but honestly, him getting the second lowest minutes of the entire team outside of Damian Jones with 12, in my opinion, that is a bit... I'm not a huge fan of that. He got 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal to go along with 7 points for his night. He had Sam Merrill going 3 for 9 from 3-point range, getting another bucket for a total of 11 points. This video is probably going to be pretty short, and honestly, I'm not trying to, rush through this or try to be too quick with this win. But honestly, this was a solid win over a bad team, where we just saw these two teams play a couple of days ago in the same game in the same place. Right? This is probably what this is like a pretty cut and dry video of, yes, the Cavs, they got the expected result. Some guys had some good games. Everyone on the floor got to score points once again. That's all fun and good. The Washington Wizards, they had a couple dudes put in some solid games, right? Tyus Jones and Koulibaly, they were both doing some decent things out there, but they were heavily outweighed by the positives on the court for the Cavs tonight. And, I wish Cleveland could see the Wizards every night and, in the finals and throughout the playoffs and all that, but unfortunately, that's not the reality in the NBA. But, they do have another down bad team to play in against the Spurs on Sunday. Should be in a Cavs jacket once again after that game is concluded, but that, they do play the games for a reason. The Cavs have to go up there on the court and prove it. Maybe the Spurs, maybe Wembanyama will have, a crazy game, and I'll be talking about a disappointing result. But, hey, for the Cavs, I'm expecting more of what we saw against the Wizards, with the Spurs being on the bad run they've been on this season and as of late just in general. But that's going to do it for me in this video. Thanks so much for watching. You made it this far down into the video. Let me know down in the comments if you liked what you saw out of the Cavs in this game. I'm not sure how you could dislike what you saw out of the Cavs in this one for them, but you can let me know if maybe there's some you know, if there's some fool's gold and beating up on the Wizards for a couple of games in a row. But leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I cover some other teams in Ohio. Maybe like those videos as well. But once again, thank you for watching. I will see you at the next one.